guys, it's me, Cheryl. Welcome back to Mer Pirate Makes. It is February. I probably won't get this uploaded till Saturday, so it's February 1st. January has been rough, huh? Especially here in America. Yeah. I've got coffee today. I've got my notes today. I've got a lot of plans. I didn't get anything batch cut. No reason. I've been really busy at work, so I haven't had the energy afterwards to really get much done. Black History Month Pattern Design Challenge is a challenge that's been going on for a long time. I've always really wanted to do it. I'm a big fan of Natitas on So Natural Dane. So this year just seemed like the perfect year to start that challenge. I'm going to link resources for Black History Month Pattern Design Challenge down below, as well as links for Natita. If you're not watching her, I highly recommend her. She's so fun, she's entertaining, but she's also very informative. She does tons of pattern reviews, really good information. So I'm going to link all the Black History Month Pattern Designer Challenge information down below. If you didn't know, February here in America is Black History Month, and to celebrate and support Black Americans during this especially rough time, I am taking part in the challenge, and I have chosen 2 patterns, and I'm going to make 4 items. So they're both bag patterns. The first of which is the Kijani Pouch. I'm going to put a picture of it here. I'm going to make 3 of these, one for each of my nieces with the scraps from their aprons. So I'm really excited about that. I think that they'll like them, and it seems like a really good, easy project. It's also a good beginner's bag project, and the designer has a lot of really, really, really cool designs. So if this goes well, I'm going to get one of their other designs as well. The second project is the Cayla Bag, another bag project, because I want to make bags this year. This one's more like a purse, a small purse, and that one I have cut out. This is my precious bag fabric that I was talking about for my Make 9. I went ahead and used it for this because it just seemed right. I've been holding on to it for a really long time, and this seemed like the perfect time. So this is a Rilakkuma print fabric that I actually got in Japan quite some years ago. So I've been holding on to it, and this seems like the perfect project. It is going to be kind of a small bag, I think. It'll be perfect for taking on dog walks and stuff like that, and just being able to have, a couple things with me. So I am looking forward to that as well. So those are going to be my 4 Black History Month Pattern Design Challenge pieces. Next challenge I want to do this February is get started on my Fabric Roulette challenge. This is hosted by Chris on Unsocial, another really, really great YouTuber and sewist that I really love. For the Fabric Roulette, I knew that the fabric that's in my stash is stuff that I really did not have patterns for. So I selected 4 fabrics. I know it's not a ton, but it's kind of what seemed doable for me. One that I've had in my stash for probably 10 years. It's a scrap from a project that didn't work, but I love this fabric so much. I have not been able to bring myself to sew it, so that's on the wheel. And then last year I tried to make a pajama top, Simplicity 1504. I did view B, and I didn't like it. The other 3 fabrics on the wheel are fabrics that I was going to use to make that pattern, but now I know I don't like that pattern, so I have to figure out something else to do. So I spun the wheel, and it landed on Hello Kitty, this Hello Kitty fabric. I used some of this to make a Bruna blouse from La Maison Victor. This, for me, is not suitable for a blouse. It's super wrinkly. I don't really iron. So yeah, I've got I don't know, like 3 yards of this left over, so it's quite a lot of fabric. I can do, you know, quite a lot of stuff with this. So I'm not sure what this is going to be yet. One of the ideas that I had is because I know that I don't have a pattern for this in my stash. Like I don't have anything suitable. So I might try to find a free indie pattern to give a try, and see how I get on with that. I'm going to make a note that this is 3 yards. So anyways, I'm excited about that. It's very summery. We're here in the middle of winter. It might cheer me up to make something for summer though. So I'm excited about that. The next challenge is the Sew Lucky Jar. This challenge is being hosted on Instagram by 26 by Diana. It's another really great challenge to kind of push you to use things that are sitting around in your stash or in your pattern stash. So I don't have a jar. I looked, I don't have a jar. I tried to clean out an old candle jar that had a lid, but it was too small. So my husband kindly lent me his Halloween claw machine for this challenge. I looked through my patterns and I picked out 10 that I've been really wanting to sew up but haven't. Mostly, well, all because I don't have any fabric for it. So I only picked 10. Again, that's not a lot, but keeping in mind I'm going to have to thrift or try to find secondhand or find something good on sale. All the fabric for all these patterns, I decided to kind of keep it low. So I chose my first one this morning. Here's a clip of it. And the pattern that I chose is Vogue 1478. So it's a Today's Fit pattern by Sandra Betsina. It's this beautiful coat pattern. I want to make this view B, and I kind of want to make it exactly as it is on the pattern. I have had this pattern for just years. This might be one of like the first patterns I ever bought. I think it's so beautiful. So yeah, this is going to be interesting to try to find fabric for. So this is going to be at the top of my mind when I'm out thrifting from now on. And I won't pick a new one until this one is finished. So who knows how long that could be, right? Those two challenges, the Fabric Roulette and the Sew Lucky Jar, are so fun. I'm enjoying watching everybody's picks, and I'm enjoying now doing it myself. Yes. I think it's just fun to kind of give yourself that extra push to use things that are sitting around. So beyond challenges, this month I do have some other things that I want to sew. The first one is going to be a second try at the waistband of these green pants. I already unpicked it. They're still too big, so my husband didn't care that the waistband was on inside out, but he did ask if I could take the waistband in because they were falling down underneath his, whatever he was wearing over them. So I did decide to take that opportunity to just go ahead and take off the waistband and reattach it right side out. This should be a quick one. I think the fastest part will be the fact that I have to switch my serger back to serger from its cover stitch function. But yeah, so hopefully I get this done ASAP, probably this weekend, and he can start wearing these again because he was wearing them quite a lot, which I'm pleased with. Next up, we have McCall's 8131. It's this pirate shirt pattern. I'm going to do view A because it doesn't have a collar, and this is a test for size as much as anything else. And the fabric I'm using for this is an old IKEA sheet. We bought this set at IKEA, and the elastic excuse me, the elastic for the fitted sheet just broke like immediately. So this is the top sheet, and I'm just going to use it for fabric. I don't think that this fabric is kind of a rougher cotton. It's one of their cheaper sets. I don't think it would be really suitable for the ruffles as much as, I don't know, I kind of like the ruffles. But so I think I'll just do view A for now. I'm going to do a size small based off of the pattern measurements, the finished garment measurements. I think that that'll be big, plenty big enough. It's clearly meant to be quite oversized, but I don't want to be drowning in it, especially because the sleeves are so big. I know I need to do a full bicep adjustment for most things, but I don't think I will need to for this. It seems quite roomy. So yeah, this is just going to be a fun one, a quick one. Maybe not a quick one. I don't know what I'm going to do for the ties. I don't have grommets, so I know that I'm going to just hand stitch the grommet holes. And then for the tie, I don't know, hopefully at the thrift store I can find some cording or some nice ribbon. Worst comes to worst, I can knit some I-cord, right? Yeah, so that's that one. Next up is a pair of pants. I had this fabric from the thrift store. It's 4 yards. It's really beautiful, and I knew that I wanted to make pants or trousers out of it. And I was looking through my stash for pant patterns, and this is it. This is all I got. Simplicity 5359. It's this costume set for like a belly dancer, and I do belly dance, and that's what I bought it for, is to make like kind of belly dance inspired workout clothes. But there is a pants pattern, so view B or C here. It's got an invisible zipper. I'm not sure how this is going to turn out. I'm not going to bring the bottoms in, the hem in. I'm not going to bring the hem in at the cuff. I'm just going to let it come down straight and then like turn it under and hem it. So we'll see. When I was cutting out the pattern pieces, there's no side seam. So the pant leg is all one piece. So you cut that out twice, and then the waistband, and that's it. So good or bad, however these turn out, they'll be fast. Also, I can't add pockets because there's no side seam, so I'm kind of bummed about that. But, you know, we got to work with what we have. I've had this pattern for a long time, and the only thing I've ever knitted was the only thing I've ever sewn was the little bolero, and realized quite quickly that the little crop bolero is not the look for me. So I'm glad to be using this pattern again. I think I'm cut out size 16, so we'll see how that goes. Next we have, again, Simplicity 3949. I'm going to make views A and C. About half the fabric I need for this pattern has come in. It just needs to be washed, and then I can cut it up. The dog's being really, really obnoxious. And last but not least, I'm going to use the scraps of this fabric and some beautiful thrifted yellow bias binding. I just want basically a little pouch that I can tie over the door handle in the bathroom to keep some necessary items that you only need once a month, just for easy reach, because right now everything's behind me and yeah, it's awkward and I hate it. So anyways, I'm just gonna make a simple little pouch to hold those items. And so I think that's going to be super cute. It should be easy. There should be no problem with me self-drafting it, right? So that's the plan. Is that a lot? It feels like a lot, but a lot of them are quite small. Here's my honorable mention. If I get done with everything else, I want to tackle the Renaissance bodice from this Handmade Renaissance Fair. I went ahead and traced out the pattern. I got a lot to say about this book. I'm going to do a review after I've made at least one of the patterns. But yeah, so I traced out the pattern pieces. I need to add quite a bit to bring it up to my size. But I want to do it in this thistle fabric that I thrifted. So I don't think it'll end up being lined because I don't have enough. But maybe I can find something else to line it in. Yeah, so that's it. I think it's a lot. I know, yeah, last month I said I needed to slow down, so I'm not gonna pressure myself to finish all this in a month. The only things that need to get finished are the bags, the Black History Month Pattern Design Challenge bags, and the aprons. Those are gonna be my focuses, and everything else is icing at that point. Please let me know if you're gonna do any of these challenges. The Fabric Roulette and the So Lucky Jar are super fun and really simple. So if you're looking for a way to help kind of take out some of the planning process, I really recommend these. They've been really fun to watch other people do. And of course, please join the Black History Month Pattern Design Challenge hosted by Natita. Please let me know what you're going to make this February and let me know how January went for you. That's it for me. I'll see you next time.